Hi, my name is Scotty Hunter. I'm with Urban Artifact. I'm the Chief of Strategic Development, which means I handle sales, marketing, and distribution. Why we do what we do is, when we started, there wasn't really beer like this, not in this region, and then you'd be hard-pressed to find it even nationally to some extent, and it's what we love. My first sour beer was a Lindemann Framboise back in college at OU. I was like, what is this? This is amazing. I don't know what this is, but I love it. And I realized that I can't really get this. Two parts that, and what we really do is we make sour beer, tart beer, and some wild beers. Our whole goal is to bring accessibility to those styles to people. So a lot of times what you'll see in the past are tart sour beers that are going to be in a bomber that are going to be $15, $20 a piece, which for a lot of individuals is a huge commitment. Whereas our 6-packs are $10.99 for 6. Now, it's not necessarily the same complexity as a traditional barrel-aged sour, but it gives people a way to step in and see if that's something that they like, that acidic profile, without necessarily having some funkiness of the wild yeast that I've come to find a lot of people just plain don't enjoy at all. My favorite beer for us is Finn, Berliner Pale Ale. There is literally nothing. Okay, there's one other beer, Ta'ul. They do a dry hop barrel aged sour series that is somewhat similar. But it's such a different beer because it's not like any other pale ale. You got that acidity, doesn't have the bitterness. It's so juicy and fruity and just very thirst quenching. It pairs well with food, and because it's not overly acidic, it's incredibly drinkable. My summer beer will be Key Punch though, our Key Lime Goza. I think when you have immediate access to that, it's tough to branch out too much and try other things. I think Ohio is just a really special place to be able to brew beer. It's definitely a beer state. There's not any wavering between whether we're spirits or wine. Yeah, we do a little bit of that here and there, but primarily we're a beer state in the heart of the country, and just people that love beer, it's a really great fit to be able to experiment and see all different demographics within Ohio so that we can do what we're doing at Urban Artifact and be really out there and wild and funky, and then we can have some other breweries that are more contemporary and be able to blend those together, which is really fun. Whenever somebody asks me about Cincinnati specifically, I love the Mark Twain quote, and if I don't get it exactly right, bear with me. But his quote was, "If the world were to end tomorrow, I'd want to be in Cincinnati because it would take 10 years to get there." Now, it says a little bit about where Cincinnati is in its development, but it's also very endearing. So we might not be the leaders as far as trends for a lot of things in Cincinnati, but we get there eventually, and we have that big city feel and amenities without maybe having some of the rudeness that you might see in some other places where people have a little bit maybe too much to do or too much on their plates. So it's just really cool to be in Cincinnati where you can develop your own thing because it's a little bit more of a blank slate, I guess. I love having the Ohio Only Beer Fest because I think what's being produced in Ohio across the state, you can get a fantastic example of nearly anything and everything. Ohio, you have expertise from Jackie O's in Athens in the southeast, Fatheads up north. We're big fans of Wolf's Ridge and Columbus. So it's also really cool to be able to see all those folks and interact with them and see what they're doing. And the Beer Bash it's a lot of fun because it's a very different dynamic than the International Beer Festival. It's a little more low-key because it is just Ohio breweries, even though you could potentially fill as many breweries with Ohio as you do the International Beer Festival. But it's a little more low-key. You get a lot more customer interaction in the sense of you see a higher percentage of customers and able to talk to them. And these are people that are coming here because they know they're interested in Ohio craft beer. I think my favorite thing about Jungle Gyms is that they are like an old school retailer, like gunslinging. They're gonna stack shit high, watch it fly. That's my favorite thing about working with Jungles. And they do such a great job of taking something that's very unique, such as our products, and showcasing it. Because the store is the size as it is, because of just all the off-the-wall niche products that they carry already, you already have this kind of built-in adventurousness of your consumers, and that is beautiful for us, and it's something that we can't get anywhere else. Not to mention you do have the variety of events where we're able to come and spend time and showcase our products with consumers, whether that's the International Beer Fest, the barrel aged, or the Buckeye Beer Bash. Not to mention going into pint nights. I mean, we have our first pint night coming up here soon with Jungles, and I'm excited we'll be able to blow it out and really show people that are living up in Fairfield, which is, you know, about a 30 to 45 minute drive from here, a lot of things that they don't maybe necessarily get down to the brewery to taste and see very often.